Hi everyone, welcome to part 1 of my 10 cards 1 kit video series for Hero Art's June 2018 Sea and Sky card kit. So we're going to get started with card number 2 because we've already completed card 1 in the unboxing video. And if you haven't seen that already, I urge you to take a look because that video will give you the instructions for how you can register to win a copy of the June 2018 kit that had sold out. I think it sold out within the first couple of hours of it being released this month, and I think it's going for like $200 on eBay, but you can possibly win the kit here if you enter the drawing on this site. So just go to the unboxing video for details and then just follow the instructions there. All right, so for card 2, we are going to make a pretty little evening sea and sky scene with a big pretty moon, and the inks that I used are the 2 lightest blue inks that are included in the kit for the little halo around the moon, and then the dark blue that is around the edges of the sky is a dark blue that was included in the December 2017 kit. For the ocean, what I did was I used the 2 darkest blue inks in the kit for the first 2 layers, and then for the 3rd layer we're going to emboss that with silver embossing powder, because what I'm trying to do here is make it look like there is a glow or a reflection from the moon in the water. So for the top set of wave ripples, we embossed all the way across the page. And then for the second row that we're looking at right here, I just use embossing powder on the middle part of the stamp because the moon's reflection will get narrower as it gets closer to us. So now we're gonna shade the moon, and to do that I'm just using a C0 and then C1 Copic marker to just draw some little squiggles into the moon. And try this out yourself. You don't have to be precise, just put a whole bunch of little squiggles and then some little dots here and there, and be sure to keep about 1/4 of an inch white rim around the moon, so that it doesn't disappear into the background, so that there's clear definition. But otherwise there's really no wrong way to do a moon. It can be whatever you like, and I'm sure you'll love whatever it is that you come up with. Just a bunch of squiggles and some lines and you'll have a face of the moon. Okay, so I use the mermaid and the rock stamp because I think it's always nice to have an image that sits right in front of the moon. And for the rock didn't quite, I guess, make it to her butt, so I had to fill in the space in between her butt and the rock with some black Copic marker, which is fine. And then I drew some stars in the sky with a white gel pen, and I made some of the stars bigger and some smaller. And now I'm just gonna add some ripples to the water with the white gel pen. And in general, just put the white lines wherever you like. But if that makes you nervous, then just try to put the white lines on top of wherever you see a dark blue line, because that's where I think the highlight would naturally kind of hit. But honestly, anywhere you put these little white lines, it'll look good. All right, now we're gonna put the card together, and this is a piece of specialty paper from Tonic that I'm using on top of the card base. And then we're going to use a sentiment from the kit that says "Greetings from my happy place." And I'm gonna add a dolphin and then 2 little starfish from the kit, and I'm gonna put glossy accents on the dolphin to make him stand out a little bit and be dimensional. And then I also just tied a simple bow with the ribbon that comes with the kit, attach that, and we're just gonna put some glitter pen on the moon to make it stand out even more, and we're done. That is card 2. Now moving on to card 3, we're gonna use some add-ons to the kit, and this is the confetti wave die add-on, and I had to punch out some of the little pieces with my whatever that tool is to get all the pieces out. And here, this is a piece of watercolor paper, and I spritzed it with water, and then I put the new teal liquid watercolor from Hero Arts on top. And now I'm just kind of playing. I'm just kind of sprinkling the color down, letting it run all over, adding some more water. And now I just added the shimmer spray that's included in the main kit on top of that. Now I'm going to set that aside, let it dry. There it is, it's all dry. And we're going to use another one of the add-ons to make the images on the kit. And before we get to that, we're going to make a nice little sandy ground for our little doggy to lay on. And I'm just embossing that, heat embossing it with my heat gun. And that's done. Now we're going to attach that to the front of the frame. Then we're going to use for the card, attach the wave cut out to the card base, put a layer of foam tape around the frame, and then attach that to the card base. And as you can see, the sand is right behind the frame, so it's popped up as well. And then we're going to put some foam tape on the top of the dog so that he will lie even with the sand mound that he is sitting on. We're going to give him, or her I guess, a little umbrella. We're using 2 sentiments from the kit that says let's go on vacay, and then eat, sleep, beach, repeat. And then our doggy, I guess, likes to drink, so he's going to be surrounded by a whole bunch of drinks that are also included in that stamp set. And now, because I always, whenever I have glass, I like to put glossy accents over it just to make it stand out more. And then, as always, once I get started with the glossy accents, I can't stop. And then before you know it, almost every image on the page has some, including the umbrella, including the little glasses on the dog, his nose, his tongue, and the pearls he or she is wearing. And that's it for card number 3. Moving on to card number 4, we're going to use another add-on to the kit. And this one is one of the bold dies. It has a bunch of beach balls and flip-flops and whatnot on it. Just using some Versamark ink. This is a piece of watercolor cardstock. And then we're going to emboss it with some holographic embossing powder. And that's what I'm doing here. Then we're going to heat set that. If I had to do this again, I probably wouldn't have used the holographic. I would have just used white or clear because the little glittery pieces they never really melt, and they end up being like a little bit scratchy, and they can make, as you'll see, whatever ink or paint you put over it a little bit messy looking. So here I just sprayed the cardstock down with some water, and then I applied the new teal liquid watercolor by Hero Arts, and then put some more water down. Now I'm dabbing it with a tissue just to move the color around so that we have it light in some spots and dark in other spots. And I'm going to put some more water down, keep dabbing it until it kind of looks good to me. It's going for, I don't know what I was going for, but it kind of looks like it has kind of a faded, like a sun faded look to it. I also put some of that shimmer spray on top. Now I'm gonna tear 3 corners of the piece of cardstock before I put it down onto the page, just to give it even more of a kind of weathered look. And what I do when I tear paper, I will tear it in one direction, like forward and then back, forward and then back, forward and then back. Because if you tear it all in one direction, then you might not get a neat looking rip. Or I guess no, you'll get a less neat looking rip, which is what you're looking for here. Okay, so we're going to use another one of the add-ons, and this is a fancy die add-on for this month. And that is another piece of tonic specialty paper that I used to cut out the image in the die. And now I'm just going to poke out all of the excess there so that we're left with just the die cut image. I'm using my, again, I don't remember what that tool is, my poker tool. Is that it? No, that can't be it. I know it'll come to me as soon as I press stop on the record button. All right, we're going to use another add-on stamp set to the kit, and I'm just going to show you how I colored 3 of the images. So for the pineapple, I think I started with Y11, go into Y38 and then Y35. And then for the stem on the pineapple, this is Y05 and then Y09. And then with a little YG01 to brighten it up. And if I said Y for those, I'm going to YG for all of them. For the little crab or snail, I'm not sure what he is. He's a crab or maybe a crab. Although he doesn't look like he has a snail shell on, even though he has claws. But anyway, I'm going to use some nice bright orangey reds. So we're going to make the base of him R05. And then we're going to add a little bit of depth with R27. And I'm just kind of going around, you know, some of the edges just to give a little bit of definition here and there. And then I'm going to fill all of that in and blend the R05 and the R27 with R14. And then give a little bit of shadow to some parts with R39, which is the darkest color we're going to use here. And then when I'm done with that, I don't remember what I do. I don't remember if I go back and blend it together. I guess we'll see. Yes, we do. So we go back and we blend it with R14. And then for the little sunglasses, we're going to use N4 and N6. And then what else are we going to do? Then we're going to add some little, just I guess freckles. Is that what they are? Some little freckles with a white gel pen to the sides of the little snail crab, wherever that is, and like kind of around his face, and that just about does it. Now we're going to make a nice drink. I think this is a Malibu Bay Breeze. We're going to use R20, R32, and I think I saw some R14 there as well. And then for the glass part, we're going to use BG10 and then BG15, and then some more BG10. And then Y08, I think that was, and Y19 for the little lemon. And I'm just going to put some highlights in the glass with a white gel pen. And that is going to complete all the coloring I'm going to show you for now. Now we're going to make a nice little kind of sky and sea background for our snail crab to sit on for the main card. And I'm just blending together the summer sky and the soft sky inks that were in the main kit. I just took a circle die from the Hero Arts Infinity die set to cut out the little part where the focal images are going to sit. And I'm attaching that beach ball panel that we created earlier to the card base. And now I am just adding some adhesive to the frame that we also cut out earlier. I'm going to attach that right on top of the card base. Then I took a piece of teal cardstock, and again, using 2 of the Circle Infinity dies by Hero Arts, I just made a little frame for our sea and sky background to sit in. And then, so I added this sun and the water, but then I decided to move the placement of the little crab so that he's in front of it, so you're not going to end up seeing that in the end. This is a sentiment from this add-on stamp kit or stamp set that says Aquaholic, and then our little crab is gonna hold the Malibu Bay Breeze, and he's gonna have a little pineapple next to him and a little starfish sticker, which is also one of the stickers in the main kit, and that does it. So these are the cards for part 1. Be sure to leave me a comment if you would like to continue your entry to win the free kit, the free June kit that I am raffling off. And in order to be eligible, you need to leave a message on a comment on part 1 of the 10 cards 1 kit series, which is this video, the unboxing video that I published either yesterday or the day before, and then also on part 2, which will be coming out in a few days. All right, thanks a lot everyone, and I will see you soon with some more videos.